Sensational! Great effort! Wonderful goal! Oh, what a goal! Freddie Canute!
Welcome to the official Tottenham Hotspur review of the 2004-05 season. I'm Pete Abbott, here to talk you through one of our most positive campaigns in recent years. It was a season of change and optimism thanks to the new management team of sporting director Frank Arneson and head coach Martin Jol, of 22 new players, including England goalkeeper Paul Robinson, midfield maestro Michael Carrick, Andy Reid and Michael Dawson, who signed from Nottingham Forest in January, and our young player of the year, Resso Ziegler.
Made an unbeaten start to the season with 2 wins and 2 draws in August.
The new season brought new faces on and off the pitch as Jamie Redknapp led the side out for a high-profile lunchtime kick-off against his old club. 6 players made their debut in front of the Spurs faithful as Santini went head-to-head with the new Liverpool manager Rafael Benitez, who'd replaced former Reds boss Gerard Houllier in the summer. Houllier was commentating for French television. Our commentators were John Champion and Paul Walsh.
Gerrard up against the rookie Eiffel. And twisting past him, Steven Gerrard, was he held back? Dermot Gallagher says no.
Well, it's great play from Steven Gerrard. He's taken Eiffel one way and then stuck it through his legs coming the other way, got the half a yard. I thought he would just shrug him off and take the shot on. There's a definite tug and he's gone down.
Eiffel very fortunate on his Premier League debut to get away with that. Here's Harry Kewell breaking through for them. 3 waiting for the cross. And it was perilously close to an own goal off Naybet.
That's right, but he's there again. At least he's there to get in the way, being positive, attacking the space between 2 players. Nearly got stuck under his feet. Then he drills it across that 6-yard area. But Naybet, all his experience there, protecting that front post area, deflecting it for a corner.
Which Steve Finnan will take. Herpia was leaping, but Canute was higher. Back to the corner taker, Finnan. Oh, and Cisse scores on his English Premier League debut. £14 million worth of French striker, and he's made an immediate impact.
That's it, it's a Predator's goal, it's instinct, whatever you want to call it. As that ball came in, Finnan helped it in. This was the first effort, came back out to Finnan. Takes control, just helps it into the box. There's a glancing header down. And there he is reacting first. Just that knack of being in the right place at the right time. And that's a great finish from him.
Now Harman for Liverpool. 18 times the winners of the English League Championship, a record. Harry Kewell. Oh, Kewell!
Well, what a fantastic strike. 3 bodies rush across to come and take him away from goal, and he unleashes a fierce left foot shot, and that's only just wide of the post.
20 minutes to play. Here's Defoe doing some raiding. Oh, doing some scoring! Double change, and within seconds Tottenham have found an equaliser, and it's Jermaine Defoe.
Well, it's unbelievable. He is a jack-in-a-box striker, very quick feet, very tenacious, and he showed a bit of everything here for this goal. Never gave it up. See it on the replay, Edmund knocks a long, hopeful ball in, you've got to say. Canute doesn't quite get in there, uses strength, manipulates the ball, hits it on his left-hand side, and it just creeps in that near post. I suppose you could say Dudek will be disappointed to be beaten there.
A goal out of very little for Jermaine Defoe. Level at 1 goal apiece. And we're in the dying seconds now. It has ended all square. And for Rafa Benitez, as well as for Jacques Santini, a typical introduction to English Premier League football. But at White Hart Lane, it has finished Tottenham Hotspur 1, Liverpool 1.
So confidence was high going into our match against Newcastle United, but we didn't need reminding how difficult it could be to pick up points at St James's Park. Commentary from Jim Proudfoot and Brian Marwood.
Spurs' record here at St James's Park is very poor. They've lost 6 of their last 7 trips, and they could be prized open again with Bellamy. Went for Paul Robinson's near post.
That's a great save. Just look at the run that Craig Bellamy makes. It's a very straight run, really, and you'd have to say Spurs caught very square and flat at the back, and Paul Robinson making a timely interception.
Don Robert with the corner, which Redknapp heads high in the air. Robert then dinking it back in dangerously. Robinson caught flat-footed, slipped, but got away with it.
Well, he's been a little bit fortunate, and he's also made a magnificent save, so it's an interesting start, isn't it, for Paul Robinson.
From Bellamy towards Jermaine Jenas, and he's beaten Naybet. Robinson was off his line very quickly, but not quickly enough. Jenas, though, couldn't squeeze it home from a tight angle.
Pace and power takes him away, and he's bright enough to be aware where Paul Robinson is and just shove the ball delicately through the keeper's legs.
But Bellamy dropping a little bit deeper this time to pick up the ball. Stephen Carr on the overlap. Shearer. Lovely chance! Great move from Newcastle. But the shot from Milner just beat the bar. Paul Robinson helping it on its way over to deny Newcastle a picture book opener.
Well, he's made 2 magnificent saves, Paul Robinson, and this is a glorious save from the Spurs keeper. That's a little bit surprising in the long run, but hasn't really provided good quality from set pieces.
Better ball this time. Somehow steered away. Eiffel booting it off the line.
It's a little bit of a charmed life at the moment that the Spurs goal is leading.
Now Robert, buzz of expectation goes around St James's Park every time he picks the ball up. Really attacked the Spurs back line with any conviction. It was easy for Sean Davis to get it away. Now Tottenham on the counter-attack with Redknapp. And Atuba comes forward into space for Spurs. Goes for goal, brilliantly! Timothy Atuba missed 3 decent chances in the first half, and with the hardest of the lot, he gives Tottenham the lead on Tyneside.
It's a wonderful break from Spurs, just cuts inside Stephen Carr and lets rip with a wonderful curling right foot strike. But Shea Given has no chance whatsoever. He picks his spot to perfection. What a fabulous goal.
Pedro Mendes, who's added a little bit of stability to the Spurs midfield for the new season. Atuba. Lovely touch. Here's Jermaine Defoe. Fantastic ball from Sean Davis. Canute pulls it back. Newcastle can survive the danger this time, but what a ball from Sean Davis to get Jermaine Defoe goal side. Bernard. Back in from Olivier Bernard. Shearer hoping to bring someone else into it. He did that, but Robinson was Robert's equal again.
He's been outstanding, hasn't he, Paul Robinson? When he's been called upon, he really has made 3 or 4 vital saves.
So 4 points out of 6 ahead of our midweek trip to the Hawthorns, and the first of 4 difficult matches throughout the season against West Brom. Commentary from Guy Havard and Brian Marwood.
They're all just in the 6-yard box now. Naybet with the header away. And again, the Moroccan international. It's over the top, and Naybet struggling on this occasion, and it's a goal! On his full debut, Zoltan Gira has scored, the Hungarian captain, in double quick time.
Naybet frantically trying to get back. First touch out of his feet, second touch, past Paul Robinson. Absolutely no chance whatsoever for the Spurs keeper.
Edmund. Canute leaps high. Canute's there again. It's Davis! Spilt by Holt! Oh, an important touch as Defoe was arriving.
Fine strike from Sean Davis, and it just comes onto him far too quick, doesn't it, Russell Holt? But fortunately for West Bromwich Albion, he manages to react quickly enough and just palms the ball away from the onrushing Jermaine Defoe.
Defoe. And still Jermaine Defoe! Oh, it's gone straight through Holt. It's a deserved equaliser for Tottenham, if hugely unfortunate against Holt. 1-1.
Well, it's been coming, hasn't it, for the last 5 or 10 minutes, and Jermaine Defoe just picking the ball up in a deep area. And once again, West Bromwich Albion don't do particularly well defensively. Just look at the amount of time and room Defoe has got to turn, play a little 1-2 with Canute, and then strike from the edge of the box. But that's got to go down as a big error by the goalkeeper, Russell Holt.
Greening. Horsfield trying to stay onside this time. And he is onside, but Ledley King got an important head to it. Gira. Oh, off the post by Kanu. And Kanu again. Flag's gone up. Flag's gone up. It's not going to stand. Controversy at the Hawthorns. Kanu thought he scored his first goal for West Brom, but it's been ruled out. This is Davis. And Defoe! Oh, it's crashed against the post. He really has burst to life either side of half-time.
Well, again, just look at the amount of space and time Jermaine Defoe gets. A clever over from Jamie Redknapp. Everybody's expecting that to go back towards the far post, but instead Jermaine Defoe goes near post, and Russell Holt doesn't know an awful lot about that.
White Hart Lane welcomed midfielder Michael Carrick ahead of the clash with Birmingham City, where victory would give us an unbeaten 8 points out of 12 from our first 4 matches. Commentary this time from Jim Proudfoot and Warren Barton.
Edmund. Defoe spins it towards Robbie Keane. He turns it onto his right foot. Mike Taylor had it covered, but Robbie Keane desperate to get back on the score sheet. He's gone 9 without a goal in open play in the Premiership. Defoe. Lovely skill by Jermaine Defoe, and it opens up for him. It's a brilliant goal from Jermaine Defoe. His 3rd in 4 games this season. A wonderful strike. Just when the game needed a little bit of inspiration, Jermaine Defoe provides it. And Heskey clattered it away from him, and Mendes has stayed down injured as Birmingham bring it forward with Gray. Fussell's onside. Mikael Fussell. Plenty of the goal to aim at, but couldn't hit the target. Now Gray for Heskey. He's got round Robinson, who's brought him down. No, the referee says it's a yellow card to Heskey for diving. Heskey thought he'd won the 50-50. And Steve Bruce cannot believe that it's not a penalty.
I made one of my best tackles of the season against Norwich in September.
England's 3 Lions, Paul Robinson, Jermaine Defoe and Ledley King, all started against Norwich. Commentary comes from Andy Townsend and Peter Drury.
Atuba. Away by Fleming. Pedro Mendes. Defoe, neat, away from Francis. Jermaine Defoe! Thumped the foot of the post. He is just so explosive right now.
Magnificent shot, Peter.
Brown winding up to go long. Canute climbing. Defoe. Don't let him turn. Safri thumped it high. Drury's header out. Defoe! Off the line.
Brilliantly alert there, Jermaine Defoe. He's sitting on the floor, then all of a sudden realised something might happen. Bounced up. He'll be quite pleased with the way it's going. 0-0, he'll be delighted.
Redknapp. And Defoe! Redknapp's final touch steered it just wide.
It's a long ball from Paul Robinson. Atuba wins the header over Edworthy. Jamie's gambled, and he very nearly pays off for him.
And Bentley stabbed it on and stayed down. He got caught, but Huckabee's going to have a run here. And he's tying up Naybet. It's Darren Huckabee. It's a very good save with his legs by the England goalkeeper.
Brilliant save. He's been in great form for England, as we've seen in the week. And he had to stand his ground there, watch the ball the way. That's the situation where Darren Huckabee's a threat.
Canute. And Davis now for the first time to run at Holt. And get beyond him. Davis with the cross. Oh, what a save by Green. Fantastic plunging stop from the up-and-coming would-be England goalkeeper from Atuba.
Well, that doesn't do any harm, Peter, when you know the England manager's in the stand. What a save that is. Brilliant stop, full stretch, one hand, terrific cross from Davis. What a save that is.
Safri. Over the top for Huckabee, who's onside here, and Robinson has come, and Huckabee must score! Oh, it's a fine tackle from Ledley King, a match-saving tackle.
What a great piece of defending, because Darren Huckabee must have thought, I'm in business at last, I've got beyond the last defender, and all I've got is an empty goal. Paul Robinson commits himself and is well out of the game. Look at Ledley King, not going to give it up. Magnificent last-ditch tackle.
So Norwich are happy with this. Santini wants one more crack at it.
Well, we know Robinson can deliver a ball virtually from one box to the other.
There isn't time. It's a good point for Norwich. It's a fair point for Spurs. It's a reality check for both. It's a good day for good young English goalkeepers. Green was splendid. Robinson had saves to make as well. It did finish at White Hart Lane. Tottenham Hotspur still unbeaten, 0. Norwich City still without a win, 0.
Jermaine Defoe couldn't break down the defence on that occasion, but was our top scorer with 22 goals in the season. And Lucky Juniors Spurs member Jimmy Hemmings got the chance to meet his hero at Spurs Lodge.
Hello, my name's Jimmy Hemmings. I've won the JSM Report of the Day competition, and I'm going to interview Jermaine Defoe. Let me just go and get him. Nice to meet you, Abhishek.
Nice to meet you. You okay?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Who's your all-time hero?
All-time hero would have to be Ian Wright. Growing up as a young boy, watching him play, I think it was a great finisher, especially being a forward as well. Someone you can relate to. So, Ian Wright.
Do you think I can play for Spurs when I'm older?
Yeah, definitely. Keep working hard. You never know. I remember when I was young, and it was always my dream to play at the highest level. And it's amazing how quickly things can happen. So, keep working hard. You never know.
What music do you listen to?
What music do I listen to? R&B. I listen to a lot of different music, to be honest. R&B, probably my favourite music, chilled out.
What CD are you playing in your car at the moment?
At the moment, I bought Mario. Do you know Mario? The new album? Yeah, I think that's wicked. I was at my cousin's house the other day and I heard some of the songs and I thought, yeah, I've got to buy that. So, Mario.
Would you like to do a day swap with me? You can come to my class for a day and I could train with the other great players.
Oh, I'll go to school? Yeah. I'll have to think about that one, Carl. I think I'll just train with you. Then I'm about to go to school. I used to hate when I was at school.
What would you buy for your mum for her birthday?
What would I buy for her birthday? I don't know. Always when I speak to her, and when it's before her birthday, I always try and get ideas of something that she wants. So if she says something that she likes, then I'll try and get it for her, surprise her.
Have you always wanted to be a footballer?
Yeah, always. I remember when I was little, all I used to do is play football. When I used to stay with my nan's house, I used to smash everything in the house, and that she weren't really happy. So that's what I used to do, really, just play football.
Have you got any brothers and sisters?
Got a little sister. Well, gosh, she's nearly taller than me. She's 17 now, so she's getting a big girl.
Can I be one of your brothers?
Huh? Yeah, no problem. It's in a family, Tottenham. It's family.
If you was a sandwich, what sandwich would you be?
Tuna mayonnaise. Nice and tasty.
I'd like to present you with this.
Thank you. God, that's nice, that, isn't it? That's
Have to
amazing.
get to the Newcastle game.
No problem. That's good, that, isn't it? God. Thank you. I'll stick this up in my room.
Well, Jermaine was in the starting lineup as we travelled across London to face Chelsea in what was sure to be our stiffest test of the season so far. No Spurs side had won at Stamford Bridge since 1990, and the Blues, under new manager Jose Mourinho, had a 100% record at home. Commentary from Alan Parry and Andy Townsend.
Good Janssen. Lampard on to Drogba. Good tackle, but he's done brilliantly. So's the goalkeeper, Robinson.
Unlucky Didier Drogba did ever so well to bounce up back on his feet. Very good stop from Paul Robinson.
Well, I suppose realistically Tottenham would be delighted to get 1 point out of this. There won't be many teams who will come to Stamford Bridge and win this season, I shouldn't think. Redknapp finds Davis. Here's Jamie Redknapp again. Davis with the cross, and it's not bad. Oh, it was poorly defended, and the header by Keane produces a magnificent save by Peter Cech.
Wonderful save that is. I mean, Petr Cech has been redundant virtually for the entire game. Terrific ball from Simon Davis, and Robbie Keane, I mean, he should score. It's a wonderful reaction save from the goalkeeper. No question, the best chance of the game.
Lampard, that looks good. King's header. Good Janssen hit it. Oh, it is going to be one of those days, surely now.
Oh dear, he knows it. Look, Heidegger Johnson. Again, he didn't really clean it, but it doesn't matter. Good header away from Ledley King. That's got the goalkeeper beaten finally. The post comes to his rescue.
I think we surprised a lot of people, you know, how quickly we've clicked. But, you know, the new signings have come in and done great, and, you know, there's 4 clean sheets now out of 6. And it's not just the defence, you know, it's as a team, so, you know, we'll keep working on it.
So after a great start in the league, we turned our attention to the Carling Cup and a second-round clash against Oldham Athletic, where commentary comes from Daniel Wynn.
Keane with the corner. Oh, Canute's met it at the near post. Spurs ahead, 37 minutes gone. And Freddie Canute celebrates his first goal since January. Good header, 1-0. Oh, it's a mistake in the back. Here's Keane. That's 2. A dreadful error by Mark Arbour. Took it away from Craig Mawson. Keane was there. It's well won. It's a good ball forward. Here's Defoe. It's through on goal. Is it Defoe? It is! Jermaine Defoe makes it 3. He celebrates his 4th of the season. There's the corner. Punched away. Oh, it's 4. Goran Bunjevcevic that was. That's his first goal in Tottenham's colours. It's well taken, it was 2. Here's Gardner. Oh, Anthony Gardner. They're all getting in on the act. He doesn't score many, but when he does, he hits them well. It's Defoe. It's Canute. Oh, pick that one out. That's 6. The Spurs score 6 for the first time since December 2001. Freddie Canute walloped that one in.
Back at White Hart Lane, Manchester United ended our unbeaten start to the season with a Ruud van Nistelrooy penalty. John O'Shea fell under Eric Edmonds' challenge in the 41st minute. And Van Nistelrooy made no mistake from the spot.
Ask for the winner against Everton in October.
High-flying Everton hadn't conceded a goal in 4 matches. A new victory would lift them to second in the table. Their informed keeper, Nigel Martin, went head-to-head with our own Paul Robinson, the man who replaced him at Leeds. Spurs hadn't won at Goodison Park since 1998. Commentary comes from Ian Crocker and David Provan.
Gravison with a long throw and a good one too. Oh! And Cahill has seen his header come off the post.
There's not a great deal of pace in this ball. It's coming out there from a long throw, but boy does he get power on it.
Everton are in the mood. It's Tim Cahill. Lovely cross. Osman nearly scored, and Marcus Bent has hoisted it over, but Robinson to the rescue.
Paul Robinson just spreads himself. That's a terrific stop.
Robbie Keane goes shortish to Davis, gets it back. Keane's cross. Oh, and it's in! Tamaro has put Tottenham in front, and that is so against the run of play in this match. Spurs have an unlikely lead. Here's Gravison. Osman. He turns, he shoots. Oh, it's off the post. And Tamaro has beaten Kilban to it.
Maybe not Everton's day. Lovely turn away from Edmund, who doesn't get tight enough. He's done everything right. And for the second time in the match, David Moyes probably can't believe what he's seeing.
Sadly, we couldn't repeat that excellent performance at Fratton Park, where Yakubu's 62nd minute header ended our unbeaten run on the road. Ledley King was presented with the Barclays Player of the Month award for September ahead of our home game against Bolton Wanderers on a very sad day for the club. Earlier that morning, it had been announced that our greatest ever manager, Bill Nicholson, had died peacefully in his sleep at the age of 85. There was an impeccably observed minute's silence before the game for the blunt-speaking Yorkshireman, who joined Spurs in 1936 as a player and then as a manager guided them to the League and Cup double in 1960-61. He will not be forgotten. The dark clouds over White Hart Lane were not lifted by the action. Bolton took advantage of our slow start in the 11th minute when Radhi Jaidi beat Paul Robinson in the air to head home from close range. In the 41st minute, Robbie Keane delighted the 36,000 crowd with an equaliser Bill Nick would have been proud of. Quick passing between Pedro Mendes, Noureddin Naibet and Freddie Kanouté allowed Keane to bury his chance from 12 yards. But Bolton grabbed a winner at the third attempt in the 73rd minute. Paul Robinson made excellent saves from JJ Okocha and Stelios Giannakopoulos, but couldn't stop substitute Henrik Pedersen from tapping home from 6 yards. Days later, thousands turned out to celebrate the life of the man fondly known as Bill Nick, including many former players who had the great man to thank for helping them become legends of the lane. From Glenn Hoddle and Gary Mabbott to stars of the current first-team squad, they all came to pay their respects to our most successful manager.
Bill was the boss. He was the main man. He managed the club from the boot room to the boardroom. And he would say to us, "You will play the way you train." And he made certain we trained accordingly with thought and effort. And with Bill, winning wasn't enough. It had to be done with a certain flair and level of performance. If we didn't attain it, he was not very happy. Occasionally he would say, "Well done." I well remember coming in after one game. He patted me on the back and said, "Well done, Jonesy." I replied, "Aye, aye, Bill," patted me on the back, "Steady on." To which he replied, "Remember, son, a pat on the back is only 2 foot away from a kick up the arse."
Like all great managers, he was one of the lads when he wanted to be, and he was the boss when he needed to be. I remember you, do you remember you, Cliff, when you said you were the best winger in the world and you wanted £100 a week? Do you remember that? And Bill, so Cliff goes in and says, "I'm the best winger in the world, Bill. I want £100 a week." Bill said, "That's your opinion, not mine." And that's how he was, Bill, you know.
I remember scoring a hat-trick for the youth team, and the next morning I came in to do my apprenticeship duties, feeling quite pleased with myself. Walking across the car park towards the boot room, I spotted Bill coming out the other way. Normally, you'd try to divert, get out the way through pure fear and respect of the great man. But with a spring in my step and hoping for a well done, I strode up to Bill and said, "Good morning, boss." He answered, "Ha, young Hoddle, your third goal, you took a big chance. You had a 2v1 on the keeper and you should have passed it square and not taken the keeper on." That was Bill.
The phone rang and I was very nervous. And Bill just said, "Gary, we're very keen on signing you. Can you please come up to White Hart Lane to meet with us?" And they arranged to come up a week later. When I arrived here at White Hart Lane, I came into the main West Stand reception and waited for the great man to come down the stairs. When he came down, I walked over to him, a bit concerned he might not know who I am. And I said, "Hello, Mr. Nicholson. I'm Gary Mabbott." And he said, "And my name's Bill."
At the end of the service, 85 doves were released into the sky to mark and honour each year of Bill's life. After the disappointment of the home loss to Bolton in the league, we got the chance for immediate revenge up at the Reebok Stadium in the third round of the Carling Cup.
So Spurs have some defending to do. In comes the free kick. Oh, it's Pedersen. Oh, Pedersen's given Bolton the lead. 27 minutes gone. Spurs find themselves a goal down. And the free kick came in. Maybe it touched King last. Well left by Mendes. He gets it back though. That's a good ball forward. Here's Defoe. You can't give him space on the edge of the box, and he's made it 1-0. You cannot give Jermaine Defoe an inch of space in that area. He turned well. Koch's throw. Flicked on. Well, Pedersen's gone down. Bunjevcevic tells him to get up. And Mike Dean's pointed to the spot. Well, that's a controversial penalty. So it's a Kocha. It's 2-1. Time is running out. Oh, well, there's Bunjevcevic! Goran Bunjevcevic got one in the last round, and he's got one in the death tonight. That's 5 minutes from time. Spurs back in it. Carrick with the free kick. That's a good header by Michael Brown. Spurs 3-2 ahead. That's a lovely finish by Michael Brown. Only his second goal for Tottenham. But could this be a vital one? On clearance. Ziegler. There's Blessing Kaku. Oh, he's made a mess of it. Here's Defoe. 4-2. Surely now that's the cup tie. Oh, the mistake at the back by Blessing Kaku. And it really was a blessing for Tottenham. Stelios whips it in. There's Les Ferdinand. 4-3.
Back in the league, our form was becoming a bit of a worry. At Craven Cottage, Steed Malbranc created the opening goal for Luis Boamorte in the 33rd minute. And the second half followed a similar pattern, this time Boamorte providing Andy Cole with a simple header from 8 yards.
November was tough, but we ended it on a high with a victory over Middlesbrough.
The month began with the shock resignation of manager Jacques Santini, who cited personal reasons for his decision to leave the club after just 13 games. Assistant coach Martin Jol took temporary charge of the team against Charlton before being given the job full-time in a baptism of fire against Arsenal. London rivals Charlton was soon 3-0 up at the Lane.
You shouldn't forget that the Charlton game was maybe a game I had to be in charge, but it was difficult because I couldn't do anything in training. The only thing I could do was something at half-time, and I think we won the second half because it was 3-2 in the end. But before that we lost 3 games with Santini as well, so that was the 4th game. Then we played Arsenal. Arsenal was not an easy game. They were, they were in good form, and we played a thriller. Everybody told me it was a very good game to watch. Okay, I could accept that, but we still lost 5 games. And then we had to go away to Aston Villa. Aston Villa is not an easy game, and we lost it by a corner. And Solano, the smallest guy on the pitch, scored. So I knew that we had to change a mental thing, the mentality. It's not only about the quality, but it's in football, it's about mentality. And everybody knows that Spurs always have a good team. But if you have a good mentality, you can win games. And I knew, even in that game, we played better. So there was confidence.
In between the defeats against Charlton and Arsenal, we did at least continue our Carling Cup run with a 3-0 win at Burnley.
Spurs pressing forward. It's a nice flick through. There's Carrick. And still Michael Carrick. Oh, what a ball! Robbie Keane! Keane gives Tottenham the lead. 31 minutes gone. There's the celebration. He scored at the weekend for new manager Martin Jol. And he's got it one again tonight. Here's Ziegler. Defoe's outside him. He's found him. Here is Defoe. Oh, what a ball for Keane, and what a finish that was. Tremendous vision there by Jermaine Defoe. It's well left, here's Defoe. He goes for goal. Oh, pick that one out. Jermaine Defoe celebrates his 8th of the season. You've got to ask, will he score one better than that all year?
Back at White Hart Lane, we faced a massive match against Middlesbrough. Victory would snap a 6-game losing streak in the Premier League and give Martin Jol his first points since taking charge. Commentary comes from Bill Leslie and Gordon McQueen.
It'll be either Ziegler or Jermaine Defoe. It will be Defoe, struck with venom, but not enough accuracy first time. And second time, it went very, very close. The fans behind the goal thought it in fact had crept in. Ziegler. Robbie Keane. Ziegler again, this is better from Spurs to Defoe. Best chance of the game, but Defoe far over.
He's got to hit this early. He does, and over the bar.
Strong challenge on Pamarot, and straight off, a red card. Frank Kudra is sent off for the second time this season. He can't believe it. Mendes, Defoe! Well, it just had to be, didn't it? Jermaine Defoe, just over 3 minutes into the second half, and Spurs have the lead.
Riggett can't do a lot about it. Defoe's made a great run and a clinical finish.
The ideal time for his side to score, Martin Jol. Just 3 minutes into the second half. Parler. Oh, a mistake by Schwarzer and in off Canute. Spurs now surely ending their losing streak. Schwarzer into Canute. He didn't know anything about it, but Spurs now are 2-0 up.
Hits him in the backside and into the net. That could be the game over for Middlesbrough.
Carrick. Thought about hitting it first time. He's got past Southgate. The goal at his mercy, but he couldn't find it.
Well, Schwarzer makes a hash of the clearance. We're saying how well Defoe had played, but this fella that is the shot here has played pretty well as Michael Carrick in the centre of the park for Tottenham. Poor clearance by Mark Schwarzer, and he'll get punished again.
And Spurs end their losing run. It will not be 7 defeats on the bounce. It will be the first win for Martin Jol in charge of Tottenham Hotspur.
December was our most successful month of the season with 4 wins and a draw.
But before we continued what was to become an excellent league run, we made a disappointing exit in the Carling Cup, losing to Liverpool on penalties.
Here's Brown. He skipped past the challenge. Canute's ahead of him. He signalled where he wants it. That's where he gets it to. Defoe's in the area. There's Defoe, 1-0! Jermaine Defoe continues his run of scoring in every round. Oh, there was a hand up. And Neil Barry's seen it. He points to the penalty spot. What was Freddie Canute thinking of? Why was the hand up? So it's seen him up on goal, right at the death, and he's equalised. So this game is heading towards penalties, and there's the final whistle. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have penalties. So, Freddie Canute, it's 2-2. Oh, his nightmare evening continues. Saved by Dudek. Liverpool have the advantage. So next up for Liverpool is Darren Potter. Robinson got his fingertips to it, saved it. So Michael Brown to give Tottenham the lead on penalties. It's 2-2. Oh, it's still 2-2. He got right underneath that one, did Michael Brown. So it's cinema upon goal to give Liverpool a place in the semi-finals, and he scored it.
We quickly put that disappointment behind us at Ewood Park, where we faced a Blackburn side on a run of 5 league games without defeat under new boss Mark Hughes. Commentary this time from Peter Drury and Tony Dorigo.
Keane. In for Defoe. Onside. Jermaine Defoe. Spoons up off for Friedel's foot. And onto the roof of the net. Clearest chance of the game so far. And naturally enough, it was carved out by Keane for Defoe. It is with width that Blackburn attack early. Dickoff playing it in for Gallagher. Oh, that's a fine save.
He was facing the wrong way. Swivelled left foot. Excellent strike.
Two-guy had to work at it. Brown wants a piece of it. And Brown, to his credit, has played on when easily he could have gone down. Perhaps he'll profit from that. Brown has gone all the way here. Michael Brown. And Spurs lead! Robbie Keane, finally the breakthrough, 10 minutes into the second half.
Wonderful work here from Michael Brown. He could have gone down once, twice. Instead, he collects the ball, looks up, plays a wonderful ball into Robbie Keane's path. Oh, what an excellent finish this was. Running in, side foot, Friedel absolutely no chance.
Tottenham's first away goal in the Premiership for 6 hours and 2 minutes. Everton with that delivery. Naybet won the header. Stroked back in by Todd. Everton once more. Todd getting up. Oh! And scraped away from more or less underneath the crossbar. And Spurs have safely pocketed 3 points. They have back-to-back Premier League wins. And Martin Jol is a hugely relieved man.
So could we make it 3 league wins in a row and a 4th on our travels this season with victory over Manchester City at the impressive City of Manchester Stadium? Martin Jol knew we hadn't lost an away match to City since 1994. Guy Havord and Warren Barton watched from the commentary box.
Rowan Ricketts getting forward. Canute over on the far side with his arm up, so too Keane. But Ricketts might go all the way on his own. And he is desperately unlucky, and so too is Canute.
Great footwork here, Ricketts. And he's just trying to guide it into that corner past David James. And he just inches away as Canute just trying to slide in. Both teams counteracting each other, closing each other down well.
Here's Robbie Keane, he could be in here. Well, he was in there, but the ball wasn't. Canute onside, it was a tight decision. Canute going for goal! What a goal! Does that not sum up Freddie Canute? At times frustrating, but occasionally brilliant.
Look at the first touch here, takes it straight into his path and he's away from done. And you think he's got nowhere to go there with the England goalkeeper in goal, but what a strike with his left foot. It goes right in the top corner. David James has got no chance.
Keane, and Robbie Keane! Tottenham can't find the 2-goal cushion.
look at Tottenham, what they're doing so well. They're hurrying players, putting people under pressure.
It's Michael Brown. Has he got the pace? Distan is coming back at him. Wonderful ball in. Oh! Robbie Keane.
What a ball that was by Brown. He's been a real driving force in midfield, and Robbie Keane will be bitterly disappointed.
On the Tuesday before Christmas, first-team players delivered Christmas presents to sick children at 4 different hospitals in the local area. We went to the North Middlesex Hospital just around the corner from White Hart Lane with Chris Hughton, Paul Robinson, Michael Brown, Noe Pamero, Callum Davenport and Freddie Canute.
How are you doing, alright? I've got a little girl myself. You know, it brings it home to you. You know just how lucky you are, and fortunate that your children are healthy when you come to places like this. It's very important, you know, because a lot of people are football fans, and you know, just to make these children smile, whether it be for 10 minutes or you know, however long, you know, something for them to talk about. Because some of them have been fortunate enough to be in here for Christmas, and if we can make, I don't know, a tiny little bit of difference to them, you know, it's all good. You have a nice Christmas anyway.
Big smiles. There we go.
I'd have to say the lads are always very, very good. You know, sometimes where we have to persuade them to do other things, and as soon as we mention the hospital visits, then it's never ever a problem, and they're very good. I think it probably drives home to us being here. You know, if we speak about our Christmas and New Year being, you know, disrupted by, you know, our profession. You know, you only got to look around you and see the nurses and the doctors and the periods of time when they've got to work, and no, it's certainly no hardship.
What a difference a season can make. Last time Southampton visited White Hart Lane, they ran out 3-1 winners. This time they were in a relegation dogfight. Martin Jol was looking for a 4th successive league win, something we hadn't achieved for 9 years. Top scorer Jermaine Defoe returned from suspension in place of Robbie Keane, while Jamie Redknapp had to settle for a place on the bench against his father Harry. Commentating on one of our most impressive performances of the season were John Anderson and Warren Barton.
Martin Jol really has begun to create something special here at Tottenham. If they do win this match, it'll be their best run of victories since 1995. Slip by Higginbottom might let Canute in. Defoe has taken up a great position. It's Canute. Defoe wants it played in. It is, and he scored. Lovely goal by Tottenham. Jermaine Defoe back from suspension and back in the goals.
Once Canute's away, Kenton's got no chance. But it's just here. He just waits a split second, wait for his teammate, and they smash that in the top of the net.
Well, he was so good in a tight corner then. He's got another chance. Suddenly it's Defoe! This time he's taken it. He's got his second of the game. It was gifted to him by Southampton. And with Christmas looming, Jermaine Defoe unwrapped the present with glee. And Tottenham are 2-0 up.
Southampton can find themselves a little bit unfortunate because it's a tackle. He goes in to win it. But he's already on his way, he's already broken away, and he just pokes it into that corner.
Well, that is the sign of a quality striker, and Sven-Göran Eriksson will be absolutely delighted with what he's seen, as will Martin Jol there. Yes, I think even the most ardent Saints fan in the stadium this afternoon would agree with that. It could get worse for them now. Here's Canute on a through ball, and taking the side foot shot well, but Niemi, another important and strong save by him to palm it away.
It's a good save by a good goalkeeper.
Carrick on the centre spot. swivels round. Ball is played in, there's no offside against Canute. He's controlled it brilliantly. Oh, that's a wonderful goal by Freddie Canute. He was not to be denied. He's had a fantastic game, and Tottenham Hotspur are absolutely running riot. 2 for Defoe, 1 for Canute. They are 3-0 up against Southampton just before half-time.
43 minutes and 42 seconds from number 9. Michael Carrick, great little ball there, great first touch, and he's on form today, and he just tucks it away with plenty of confidence.
Button has nicked the ball for Southampton in midfield. It's a good run by the former Forest player. He gets it into Crouch, and there was a chance for Southampton to get themselves back in it. And it was a wonderful save by Paul Robinson, a goalkeeper who's had little or nothing to do. But when the shot came in and he needed to make the save, the England goalkeeper didn't let Spurs down. Well, Harry Redknapp, maybe he should have taken that break he was talking about when he left Portsmouth. Here's Canute now. Ball's just spun through. It's been played into David Prutton. There's no flag. Gets the cross in. Ledley King with a rather hurried sliced clearance. There's the header, and Saints are back in it. It's Peter Crouch early in the second half, and suddenly maybe Southampton have a lifeline. Linda Clom again with a rather uneasy clearance, and it might fall now for Brown. Brilliant effort. Defoe has claimed his hat-trick, and Tottenham Hotspur have regained their 3-goal lead. Sloppy defending again from Saints. Brown's effort parried away by Niemi, and Jermaine Defoe, he is so in the mood this afternoon, and he's claimed the match ball, and surely the victory for Spurs.
Yeah, that's right, he makes a hash of the clearance. Kenton's just got to get rid of it. But look at Brown, plenty of energy. But who reacts first? Who's there? Who's switched on? It's that man Defoe.
And now Pamaro and Carrick. It's that man again. Jermaine Defoe was an audacious flick over the top for Keane. And terrible mistake by Anthony Niemi. And Defoe has capped an astonishing afternoon with a brilliant ball over the top. And Robbie Keane has just managed to squeeze it under Niemi, who should have made the save and knows it.
What an outstanding bit of trickery by Defoe. But look at his awareness now.
We're really playing well. The team spirit's great. Good manager, strong character, and he gets you going. And we're playing really well now, and hopefully we can just keep it going.
4 wins on the trot turned into 5 with victory over Norwich on Boxing Day. Tony Jones and Warren Barton watched on.
Here's Huckabee. He's got Mackenzie to pick out on the edge of the Tottenham penalty area. Oh, it's the shot from Bentley which has come back off the outside of the post. Mackenzie. Norwich have the corner kick.
Yeah, it's good work there by Huckabee. He goes down the outside, just comes inside there and just picks up. But what a first touch this is there. Just sits up nicely and just delicately just flicks it there.
And here come Norwich again. Well, how did Mendes manage to steer that over the top of his own crossbar? Didn't know a great deal about it, and Tottenham here are reeling.
Yeah, they take a short corner there, they get unorganised there, Spurs, and Mendes very, very fortunate there.
Here's Mackenzie, and he's got there ahead of Robinson, and it's off the line by Naibet. Brilliant defending by Nuruddin Naibet. Mackenzie was brave, he got there just ahead of Robinson. But Naibet's so alert and so aware there to get back and to make the clearance. In by Huckabee. And it's come back off the crossbar from Mackenzie. Terrific header, but now Norwich could be caught out. They're desperately stretched at the back. Here's Keane, and now Canute. Awful pass, and Green is able to hang on.
That's a great opportunity there. Yutuba loses his man there. Mackenzie's very unfortunate here.
Here's King, and by Canute. Pedro Mendes, magnificent stop by Green. 3 times at White Hart Lane earlier in the season, Tottenham were denied by Robert Green. He hasn't had a great deal to do here, but that was an outstanding save. He's eager to swing the ball in left-footed. And Norwich have struggled to get it away. And Tottenham Hotspur have taken the lead. And it's Robbie Keane. What is it about him and Carrow Road?
For me, it's the way he reacts there. He just reads the situation better than anybody else. We're talking about people being alive like Defoe. It's a long ball, it just follows down, but he's there, he reads the situation. Jury's got to clear it, his line's better than that. But Robbie Keane reads it and just drills it into the net there.
Grant. Magnificent effort! Fabulous goal by Michael Brown. Another who can't stop scoring at Carrow Road. 4th game here, and it's the 4th time in succession he's scored against Norwich City. It was a brilliant hit.
But just watch Defoe's run when he gets the ball here. Brown picks it up. Defoe just takes the defenders away, opens it up for him, and Brown doesn't hesitate, he just smashes it in the top corner. And Brown, a bit of an unsung hero at Spurs in recent weeks, but he's done a fantastic job and he deserves that goal.
Joining us big time here is Jermaine Defoe received the Members' Award for Player of the Year ahead of our home game against Crystal Palace. Victory would have given us a 6th straight league win, but it turned into a frustrating afternoon. Commentary from Guy Havord and Warren Barton.
And here he is again, turning, shooting and scoring! It could only be Jermaine Defoe. And Tottenham, who started this second half on fire, are now on course for a 6th consecutive Premiership win.
Defenders too deep, Michael Hughes can't get the block in. Great shot, Kirai's got no chance as the ball goes in off the inside of the post.
Finding Rihalati. So many more forward options now for Crystal Palace. Andrew Johnson. Not a bad effort! Oh, it's gone in!
No more than they deserve. Fantastic goal from Johnson for Defoe. Reed Johnson, one touch of his left foot, hits with his right foot through the legs of Anthony Gardner and right into the corner of the net.
I scored twice in the 5-2 win over Everton in January.
And what a home debut it was for young Dean Marnie as we attempted to do the double over the Merseysiders. Bill Leslie and Warren Barton watched on.
Mendes. Commands by Keane. Marnie is there! Oh, what a start to Dean Marnie's goal-scoring career for Tottenham! His first start of the season and his first goal for the club. Spurs lead by 1-0.
For me, it's Robbie Keane as well. It's a decent ball by Mendes, but Robbie Keane just gets a lovely little touch. And as the goalkeeper comes out, a nice, controlled side-foot volley.
Pass done by Canute for Ziegler. A very sweet finish from Reto Ziegler. And it's the youngsters who are doing it for Spurs today.
It's a long throw into the box. Canute does well, and he just reacts quickly. Great first touch on his chest, gets it onto his favoured left foot, and then just drills it into the back of the net there.
Bent for Cahill. One snap of magic, and it's Tim Cahill who brings Everton back into this game.
The ball's in the box there, Bent, and this young man, Cahill, does ever so well. Just picks his runs there. Bent never gives up 2 attempts, and with the technique of the volley there on his right foot, putting it in the back of the net before the England #1 can see it.
Canute just dropping away from Yobo, neatly introducing Pamaro. Good touch by Yobo. It's come to Marnie. It's Cahill's touch. Canute, Pedro Mendes. A cracking goal from Spurs. And it's the day for firsts. the third Spurs player with their first goal for the club. Pedro Mendes gives the home side back their 2-goal cushion, and that's the pick of the bunch.
Yeah, good play by Spurs on the right-hand side. Canute does ever so well just to keep the ball alive in the area. Great little touch, but when it goes to Mendes, it's on his weaker left foot. He gets it lovely onto his right foot, and he just drills that into the back of the net.
Well, this fixture against Everton is the first of 3 against sides in the top 4 of the table. Everton coming, Manchester United, Chelsea as well. As Mane finds Keane! And it was only a matter of time before Robbie Keane got in on the act. And it now looks like the points are certainly safe on New Year's Day for Tottenham Hotspur.
Marnie does absolutely fantastic, and it's no wonder Robbie Keane's going over to celebrate with him. I know Bastoni's a good defender, he's very quick, but Marnie makes him look very orderly here. Gets it out of his feet, good ability. There we go, through the legs, but a nice bit of composure, and Robbie Keane, the goal scorer is, takes the opportunity and just taps it in.
This is a young man who certainly has this afternoon. Marnie scoring one, setting up one. Oh, what a goal! Dean Marnie has arrived in the Premiership. Spurs are 5-1 up, and they have a new start for the new year.
What an afternoon that young man's having. He has, as I said, he's not looked phased, he's not looked worried about the occasion, he's gone out there. Great little turn, it opens up for him, defending's poor, no one goes to the ball, but he just bends this beautifully with his right foot, right into the corner, goalkeeper's got no chance. What a strike that was.
Marnie, Carrick, looks like he'll be replaced by Redknapp, but Keane isn't finished yet. Oh, the bounce just denies Spurs a sixth. And Robbie Keane, who's already hit the crossbar with an effort fairly similar to that, sees it cruelly sail wide. Leon Osman, Cahill, neatly picks out McFadden, and Everton have a late consolation. Well, for James McFadden, it's his first goal for the club since he's moved south of the border.
Good ball there by Cahill, and what a finish that was, McFadden. Consolation. But it's still nice to score a goal.
As a second man, it was easy to make an assessment, and I knew the players. So when I took over, then it was easy for me to change things. And the only thing I changed was in midfield. I put Reto Ziegler in, for example, Michael Brown, because I knew he had a lot of character. He was a lot of endurance, a lot of stamina, we say in Europe. And he could play as well. He could press people, and that is what we wanted. Michael Carrick was not playing, but I saw that he got terrific vision. He's one of the best passers in the English game, so that was easy to play him. On the right side we had a problem because Simon Davies was out with his injury and illness, so Pedro Mendes had to play on the right side, and there was a bit of a disappointment for him, but I needed somebody to play there, you know, and you always have to make a sacrifice for the team, and he did that.
And Pedro Mendes was the key figure in an extraordinary game against Manchester United at Old Trafford. Commentary this time from John Champion and Paul Walsh.
Ferdinand, and Ronaldo tried to turn, and Alan Smith did turn, and he's foiled by his former teammate Paul Robinson. Ziegler. And here comes Roy Carroll, and he's made a mess of it. And Robbie Keane was nearly in. Ziegler. Pedro Mendes. Carroll just recovering his position in time.
Yeah, it's a poor mistake there by Roy Carroll.
Ain't Fletcher. Well, to get the pass away. Oh, and Pamero against his own post, and Smith couldn't turn it in. And that is by far the closest we've come to a goal, and it was very nearly an own goal.
Well, unbelievable. The way that Noé Pamero got away with that. It was a great angled pass. There's Neville, just slides it across. Pamero caught in two minds.
And now Robbie Keane, off in hot pursuit, but Roy Carroll's there first. And now he's way off his line. Had that landed at Keane's feet, in fact, he still might be in a modicum of trouble. Oh, what an error! Surely that crossed the line! Well, Roy Carroll looks around in bewilderment. Tottenham appeal. I have to say, from our vantage point, that looked over the line.
Yeah, without a doubt. As far as I'm concerned, that's a goal. Well, what a great effort, I've got to say.
No question at all.
Miles over. How can that not be a goal? That is such an injustice, it's unbelievable.
But it's Manchester United who could now win the game. Gabriel Heinze lining this up. Scholes 2 in there. Heinze to strike. Oh, great save. Ferdinand over the bar. What a finish to this game.
It's a tremendous save from Paul Robinson.
I didn't see the replays yet. I didn't see on TV, but my reaction on the pitch is to celebrate.
Well, I tell you what, we can see the replay now. Here we are. Tell us what's going through your mind now.
It's a goal. It's a goal.
It was just over, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's really, really over.
We were happy with a draw because we went there, we had some injuries and we played in a different style. We played in a 4-3-3 for the first time and we played with one striker and we did well. But on the other hand, you know, when it is not a goal, it's not a goal, but this was a goal. It was not a case of a few inches, it was a foot. I can't remember in the history of football seeing a goal which was 100% goal and it wasn't allowed, it wasn't given. So that was a strange feeling I had for the last couple of months.
In the third round of the FA Cup, we got a home draw against Brighton. Daniel Wynn describes the goals.
There's the cross. Oh, it's King. Oh, Ledley King. It's looped over Michel Kuipers in the Brighton goal. Oh, it's hopelessly out of position. King will claim it. He'll say he meant it. Spurs ahead. It's Carpenter with the free kick. Oh, Richard Carpenter gives Brighton an equaliser. Well, maybe it has only just begun for Brighton. Seven minutes remaining. Here's Eric Edman. There's Keane. Oh, yes! Robbie Keane! Well, Robbie Keane with 7 minutes to go has surely put Tottenham into the fourth round. That's a goal worthy of winning any cup tie.
No surprises then that Martin Jol was named Barclays Manager of the Month for December after a run of 4 wins and a draw. But the award can be seen as the kiss of death, and unfortunately it signalled the start of a 3-game losing streak in the league. Chelsea have never been easy opponents, especially this season, and in the 39th minute Graham Poll had little hesitation in awarding a penalty for Ledley King's alleged foul on Alexis Smirtin. Smirtin certainly seemed to make a meal of it, and replays proved inconclusive. But Frank Lampard took advantage, making no mistake from the spot. Lampard's late second was a bit harsh after all our hard work, but like most teams this season, we struggled to break down Chelsea's defence and paid the price. Then followed an extremely disappointing result at Selhurst Park, where Crystal Palace dished out our first away defeat in almost 2 months. Michele Ligertwood broke the deadlock in the 66th minute, and suddenly everything fell apart. 4 minutes later, it was 2-0 as Wayne Routledge released Danny Granville into the box. And 6 minutes after that, it was all over. Andy Johnson was brought down by Pedro Mendes, and Palace's top scorer picked himself up to smash the spot kick down the middle. So after 1 point from the last 9 in the league, it was a relief to get back to the FA Cup and another tricky trip to the Hawthorns.
Here's Greening, finds Warwick. Warwick gets it back. Enshaw's in the middle. Oh, Enshaw's got there. Oh, Rob Enshaw gives West Brom the lead. Carrick. It's a good ball forward to find Defoe. Pearce is with him. Oh, Defoe's gone down. Mark Halsey points at the spot. And Jermaine Defoe's earned Tottenham a penalty. Defoe kept his composure in the penalty shootout against Liverpool in the Carling Cup. Will he keep his cool in the FA Cup? He has! 1-1! Spurs back in it.
I scored the first goal in the 2-0 win against Fulham in February.
But before that came another disappointing display against Bolton. 0-0 at half-time. Referee Mike Dean awarded Bolton a penalty 3 minutes into the second half. It was difficult to identify why at the time, but Eric Edmond was later identified as the guilty party for a handball in the area. El Hadj Diouf fired the home side ahead from the spot. Jermaine Defoe came on as a sub after 65 minutes and levelled 3 minutes later after some fine play down the left from Robbie Keane. But when Freddie Kanouté was sent off for a second yellow just 60 seconds later, our game fell apart. Tel Ben Haim headed in a Stelios Giannakopoulos corner in the 87th minute. And we were caught on the counter-attack a minute later, Diouf finding Kevin Davis, who wrapped up all 3 points for Bolton. So after 3 defeats on the bounce, we had to stop the rot against Portsmouth. New signing Mido made his Premier League debut in place of the suspended Freddie Kanouté. Andy Reid also made his first start after signing from Nottingham Forest along with Michael Dawson just before the January transfer window deadline expired. Watching 2 new stars emerge at White Hart Lane were Tony Jones and Davy Provan.
Davis and Mido.
That's a very good effort. Terrific set-up play from Simon Davis, who comes in from the wide area, and Mido needed absolutely no encouragement whatsoever to pull the trigger.
Primus to bring the ball forward. Tuba sliding in. Portsmouth have the corner kick. Camera inside the 6-yard area. And incredibly, Portsmouth, with their first corner, have taken the lead. It's Camera who scored it.
Lovely little glance, and when there's that amount of pace on the ball, all it has to be done is to help it on. He just changes the angle ever so slightly. And even with Simon Davis on the far post, he's never getting there.
King is short coming forward. Defoe. Davis. Kelly to his right. Mido! What a response! Tottenham level! And it's the Egyptian international on his Premiership debut. Mido makes it 1-1.
And as Primus runs off, it's Primus who's goal side of him. As the ball's knocked wide to Simon Davis, as Primus is on him. Delightful delivery, and he's never going to miss from that range.
Stefanovic. Camera!
He's got a second one, but there's a handball. Obvious handball there, spotted by Steve Dunn.
I think he knows it as well, Tony. He timed his run to perfection. Picked out beautifully by Stefanovic. He's well on, but it just bounces up onto the inside of his right arm.
Michael Dawson, part of an £8 million double signing by Tottenham this week. In by Brown. Out by De Gea. Now Defoe. It's still Jermaine Defoe! And Mido has got his second. Dream debut.
Spurs are claiming a handball there against Stefanovic. But Defoe did ever so well to make room and get it back across between goalkeeper and last defender. And Mido's gambled. He's assuming it's coming across the face of goal, and he gets his reward.
Defoe. Reed. Thumping hit. So nearly a goal on his Tottenham debut.
Again, it was Defoe who was the architect. Lovely feed. Taken so early by Reed.
Reed again. Keane. Brilliantly done. Fabulous goal for Robbie Keane. Set up by his Republic of Ireland teammate, Andy Reid. Just a reminder there to Mido that there's quality on the bench as well for Tottenham.
I appear to have nowhere to go because Stefanovic is watertight here as the ball's played in. Delightful lob.
It's a strong run by Simon Davis. Defoe. Now Carrick. Keane was a stud's length away from it.
I said all along that I wanted to play in the Premiership, and as soon as I knew Tottenham were interested, it was, you know, I set my heart on it really, and all I wanted to do was come here and play for Tottenham in the Premier League.
Reid was cup-tied for the FA Cup fourth-round replay against West Brom at White Hart Lane, where we finally got the better of the Baggies after a shaky start.
There's Campbell. There's a nice back heel. There's Guerra. There's Carney's at the far post. Oh, that's the lead! West Brom take the lead after only 12 minutes. It's the worst start possible for Tottenham. You can't leave Carney unmarked like that in the area. That's a good ball forward. Kelly's advanced. Rob Stiles has pointed to the spot. Well, Russell Holt can't believe it. Stiles was very quick with the decision. It was Kelly that got forward. The foot was up from the goalkeeper. It's clearly a penalty. Sad to see Holt limping off. So Thomas Kuszczak, the first thing he has to do is face a penalty from Robbie Keane. He scored one from the spot this season already against Charlton. And he's done it again! Robbie Keane, that's the equaliser. Right on half-time. Perfect time to score.
Equaliser.
No mistake. And how the manager celebrates. Let's Carrick with the free kick. Oh, he's found Defoe. Oh, what a goal! Jermaine Defoe, 5 minutes into the second half, straight from the training ground, he's brought the crowd to the feet. What a shot, and what a move. 2-1. There's Canute. Needs some support. Ziegler's with him. Oh, he's going alone. There's Defoe, surely he's three, and it is! Jermaine Defoe has surely wrapped up this cup tie now. 10 minutes into the second half, Defoe celebrates his 19th of the season and a safe passage to the fifth round.
That win set up a fifth-round clash against Nottingham Forest 8 days later. Andy Reid and Michael Dawson were both ineligible to face their former club.
It's Defoe with the free kick. He showed what he could do from a dead ball situation in the last round. What can he do today? Half-time approaches. Here's Defoe. Oh, it's there! What a dreadful mistake by Colin Doyle on his debut. Jermaine Defoe and the Spurs fans care not. Spurs are ahead. And he'll try and forget that as quickly as he can. Jermaine Defoe won't. 1-0. Here's Rodgers. Looks for his options ahead of him. There's Gareth Taylor. Robinson's there though. Oh, he's missed it! Oh, what a disaster for Tottenham at the back. That's the equaliser. 10 minutes into the second half, Forest are level.
The league game with Fulham would be a serious test. We'd already lost to them at Craven Cottage and we'd won only once in the last 22 derbies against London clubs. Martin Jol elected to partner Mido up front with Defoe as he pitted his wits against the Fulham manager Chris Coleman. Commentary comes from Ian Crocker and Davy Provan.
And Mido gets a corner off Klaus Jensen. Carrick is the man to float it in, and it's headed just wide by the Spurs captain Ledley King, who seems to have hurt himself.
It's a good pacey ball in, but if you look at the physical presence that Fulham have in that penalty area to defend that type of ball, Chris Coleman won't be expecting to lose that type of clean header.
Half-time fast approaching and Fulham looking to break the deadlock. Radzinski. Ledley King's long leg got to it, but here is Papa Bouba Diop. He'll have a go from there, won't he? Of course he will.
Well, we do know he's capable.
Here's Andy Reid, and he's been tripped by Lee Clark.
Good feet from Andy Reid to get the ball onto his right side.
It's Canute, and he's planted it in the bottom corner. Freddie Canute comes off the bench to make the difference, and Spurs, who have a dismal record in London derbies of late, are ahead in this one.
Very decent strike. Van der Sar motionless. Just a little bit far out, no real angle to go and test Paul Robinson.
Clark, who sent it in, and Bouba Diop not far away from an equaliser.
It's a very good effort. Not the best ball in, it's behind him.
Davis tried his best to hold up Clark. Here's McBride just on. Clark unable to keep things going. Reid for Canute. Robbie Keane is in the middle. Can he pick him out? Well, he can, but Keane running onto it, stroked it wide.
Canute held it up and delivered at exactly the right moment. And Robbie Keane, you'd expect to put that away in his sleep.
Reid now, just 2 minutes to be added on here, and onside, Robbie Keane surely is going to clinch it. Oh, isn't he just? And Spurs are about to win a London derby for the first time in a year.
That's a terrific finish from Robbie Keane. I just wonder whether he was onside or not. Bo Morty, who ended up trying to track him, but he still showed terrific composure to take the ball round Edwin van der Sar. Just leaning into Bo Morty there, good body strength. And that is a very composed finish, and enough to wrap the points up for Martin Jol this afternoon.
Match was tough, but we beat Manchester City at home.
The new Wembley Stadium is less than a year from completion. Its impressive arch is already in place and adds an extra dimension to the London skyline. Once finished, Wembley will boast a capacity of 90,000 and will be home once again to the England national team. For Paul Robinson, his first game here can't come soon enough.
It's awesome. I mean, the sheer size of it is huge, and we've seen it obviously on the television and in the press and things, but you don't actually appreciate the actual size of it until you get here.
At just 25, Robinson has enjoyed a meteoric rise and is blossoming at Tottenham after 7 seasons with Leeds. The Yorkshire club's financial problems meant his departure was almost inevitable, and his move to the capital was expected, if not completed, before Leeds were relegated.
I nearly went in the January transfer window, at Christmas time, but obviously the Premier League rules and things didn't allow me to go. Plus the fact leaving Leeds in the predicament they were in, I didn't want to leave things unfinished there. But then when they came in for me again at the end of the season, straight away, they showed me they wanted me. They made it feel like, that's the place where I should be, and it was an easy decision for me.
And Paul is delighted with how his first season at Spurs went under new boss Martin Jol.
His passion for the game's rubbed off a lot on the lads. His will to win, his enthusiasm for the game. It starts in training, and he gets the lads. Training's really enjoyable, and he genuinely believes in Tottenham, and he's to let us know that we're not just letting ourselves down if we don't perform. We're letting the 40,000 that pack White Hart Lane every week, and the millions of other Spurs supporters around the world. He really emphasises the fact that it's not just us that we're letting down.
The club's recruitment policy has been feverish of late, investing heavily again in January with 6 new players. Paul witnessed something similar when he was at Ellen Road, but while Leeds failed to win a trophy, Tottenham could be poised to challenge for honours again.
The manager and Frank Arneson are investing very wisely. Bought a lot of quality young players, with a blend of international quality as well. But most of the youngsters they've bought are international players, so there's a lot of quality in the squad at the moment, and we've now got cover in every single position and quality in every position as well.
Paul is a case in point. His performances this season were consistently high, and he's now quite rightly established himself as England's first choice keeper. Being England's #1 is not what it used to be, or at least that's what some people would have us believe. The suggestion is the standard is slipping, but what's Paul's take on that?
You look around the Premiership, there's like me, Chris Kirkland, Robert Green, David James, among others. There's a lot of quality English goalkeepers. Everybody's got their own opinions, but I don't personally think so, no.
With England, Robinson spent 2 years as understudy to Manchester City's David James. Unlike his rival, Robinson has youth on his side, and Chris Hughton believes he's likely to be a fixture for many years to come.
If I look at situations before, England have had keepers that have played and held positions for maybe 3, 4, 5 years. And when you get a #1 keeper, it's very difficult to dislodge him.
There's always going to be competition for the England's goalkeeper's jersey, but as you said, I've got it at the moment, and it's mine to lose. It's very hard work getting there, but it's going to be even harder to keep hold of it.
Paul became the first player to be given an official tour of England's new national stadium, which will open its doors for the FA Cup final in May 2006. It's already an imposing structure, and once finished, it's a venue Robinson hopes will benefit the national team.
Wembley's the home of English football. There's a lot of history and tradition steeped in Wembley, and just seeing it now and imagining it full of England fans, it can only help the team. We've been travelling on the road for the last couple of years, playing at different grounds, which has obviously been very good as well. It gets different sets of fans to see the team, but to have an actual base and a home and a stadium like this, it can only be beneficial.
And what an occasion it would be if Spurs and our England #1 goalkeeper could get to the cup final when Wembley's doors finally open next May.
Don't let me down! See you again.
Back to this year's competition, and we faced another replay, this time in the 5th round against Forest.
Just past the hour mark, Ziegler with the corner. It's an in-swing, and there's Pamereau! Noé Pamereau gives Tottenham the lead. Right on the hour. It was an excellent crossing. How they celebrate down there. A superb corner by Ziegler. Pamereau left his marker for dead. And he scores his second goal in Tottenham's colours. 1-0 Tottenham. And it comes again. There's the header on. There's Robbie Keane, it's 2. Now, Robbie Keane's not going to miss from there. He celebrates his 14th goal of the season. And surely now Spurs are heading towards the quarter-finals. touch being cheered by the travelling fans. Here's Brown. There's Brown. Oh, what a shot! It's smacked the bar though. There's Mido. Mido wraps it up. That's 3. He's got a brace on his debut against Portsmouth. And he's got his first goal in the FA Cup for Tottenham. Oh, that's how to score like an Egyptian.
Then followed 3 more games that got away. Nigel Quasi scored the only goal of the game for Southampton at St Mary's. And in the 6th round of the FA Cup, we faced Newcastle United at St James's Park, where we'd picked up all 3 points back in August.
It's been a tough opening 5 minutes or so for Tottenham. Here's Shearer. He's got past the challenge to the back. There's Kluivert. Well, 5 minutes gone, Newcastle ahead.
Out of the cup after a far superior second half at Newcastle, and our poor record in London derbies continued at the Valley. Jerome Thomas's thunderbolt into the top corner gave Charlton a 4th-minute lead. And they sealed victory 5 minutes from time through a curling free kick from Danny Murphy.
Our away record in conceding goals is better than ever. So sometimes we are doing the things right, but sometimes when you don't score goals and you lose 1-0, you have a bad feeling. I think we lost, for example, Newcastle for the FA Cup 1-0. Southampton was 1-0. At home it's different, we have the crowd and they lift us. And we play with a good mentality, with a lot of confidence, but away from home you need players who can fight for a result. But when you see our average age, it's probably normal, but we have to grow up rather sooner than later, because otherwise sometimes at crucial stages of a season you can miss out, and we don't want it.
Thankfully, after a miserable run on the road, our next match was at White Hart Lane against a Manchester City side eager to impress their then caretaker manager Stuart Pearce in his first game in charge. Commentary comes from Jim Proudfoot and Warren Barton.
Sliced by Richard Dunn, through for Defoe. James can make a pretty comfortable save in the end.
Yeah, it was a hash there by Dunn. It slipped through here as Reed just whips it in.
Now they've got it back again with Reed. Defoe couldn't get there, but he does in the second attempt. Simon Davies' shot turned in by Tottenham's leading scorer, and Manchester City press self-destruct to give Tottenham the lead.
Yeah, that's right. Kamikaze defending here. You've just got to get the ball out. You haven't got time to dwell on it. Defoe misses it completely. It's a bit of comedy of errors, but there he is, a typical goal scorer. But Reed just whips the ball in, hoping that someone gets on the end of it. Davies just drives it into the ground, but look at the reactions of Jermaine Defoe. Just cushions his header into the bottom of the net, and that's the start that Spurs needed.
Now this is what Anura is so good at. Barton, Fowler. Oh, off the inside of the post and in from Claudio Reyna. A magnificent equaliser for Manchester City. Delight for Stuart Pearce just before half-time. It's 1-1.
What a fantastic strike, and what technique to show that on the half volley. Smashes it with his left foot. Barton does well, and Robbie Fowler, what a great little ball, but left foot on the half volley, in off the post. What a strike.
Now Reed went for goal. That's a good save from David James.
Reed has got a sweet left foot. David James is up to the task.
3 consecutive defeats for Spurs, and that is despite the fact that they've been playing some good football. Here's Kanute for Davis, and it's in from Keane.
get a little bit of luck just off the ricochet, but like any good goal scorer, Robbie Keane takes the opportunity and tucks that away.
Long throw from Mills. Fowler. Masampa. And it needed saving from Robinson.
Yeah, Robinson, good save. Alert there as the ball just drifts over. Comes onto his favoured left foot. I thought Robbie Fowler was going to strike. Delightful touch.
Deep in stoppage time. Can Manchester City get another equaliser? Barton. Distan. Danny Mills! Close.
I scored my first goal for Spurs at Liverpool in April.
But before the trip to Anfield, we faced Birmingham City at St Andrews. Watching this one was John Anderson and Gary Birtles.
Here's Defoe, it's Jermaine Defoe, and it comes out to Andy Reid. Reid tries to curl it in, it was a great effort, and Taylor was grateful to see it just drift wide, but Defoe's goal, attacking instinct again, set up the chance. Davis has played the 1-2 with Reid. Here's Brown, Davis again. A bit more purpose from Tottenham now. Carrick, that's a terrific ball. And here's Kelly! And he's put it in, and Tottenham Hotspur are in front. It's his first ever goal for the club. And the young Republic of Ireland under-21 international has broken the deadlock 13 minutes into the second half.
Well, that's a magnificent build-up. Whatever Martin Jol said to Andy Reid there, it's clearly worked its magic because was patient, but what they did, Tottenham, in the build-up, they moved it quicker. They didn't take the time, and it was a measured, but that's a lovely ball from Carrick. Great chest control, a wonderful finish. Perfection from the first time somebody touched the ball to start the move, to finish the move. Look at the quality here. Across the keeper, no chance of saving it.
Here's a chance for Birmingham, and they've scored! It's an equaliser from Carter, who just got goal side, capitalised on the fragile Tottenham defence and was able to toe-poke the ball in, and it's 1-1 with 20 minutes of the second half gone.
Well, Tottenham got exactly what they deserved there. They were showboated, trying to keep possession instead of clearing the lines. Look at them, little dinks in there. You don't take chances there, and they've been punished by it.
Here's Edmund. And now Reid. In space for the cross. Swung in. There is Mino! What a save by Mike Taylor. And Birmingham survive. Edmund's long throw for Spurs. Mido with the flick. Canute! Another fantastic save by Mike Taylor. 2 in 20 seconds. Both of them superb. Both of them frustrating Tottenham Hotspur.
Newcastle were the next visitors to White Hart Lane and a chance to revenge our FA Cup defeat in Martin Jol's 20th game in charge. Alan Parry and Andy Townsend were there to see if we could do a league double against the Magpies for the first time in 20 years.
Genus, he knows where Shearer will be, and he looks for him, and it's Amiobi who made the downward header. How unlucky is that?
I tell you what, Alan, it's a chance. That's a miss. That really is a big miss, and he knows it. If that drops to Alan Shearer, that is a goal. It's a magnificent ball from Jermaine Genus.
Caballero for Newcastle. Oh dear, what was Robert doing then?
Can't keep it, Alan, Newcastle. They can't seem to keep it for more than 4 or 5 passes. The only time they get any joy is when they just bash it forward to Shearer or Amiobi.
Oh, it was a poor clearance. He could be punished. Defoe! Jermaine Defoe finds the net, but I'm afraid from Newcastle's point of view, Harper has to take the blame.
Just wonder, Alan, if Jermaine Defoe is offside. It's a poor clearance, no question about that. Maybe Babayaro could be playing him onside. Yes, he is there. It's Celestine Babayaro who's playing him onside. And the little man's not going to miss. When he sees the goals gaping like that, he does well to tuck it in the net.
Oh, it's been given away to Milner. An incredible error. Gardner and Robinson, or King and Robinson, I should say, in a furious row about that. What a mistake that was.
What a chance as well for James Milner. What Paul Robinson and Ledley King are doing, I do not know here. Ledley King turns his back on the ball. Robinson drops it. What an opportunity, Alan, that is.
Kelly stabbed away only as far as Simon Davis, who went to try and bend it into the top corner.
Lucky. Good idea from Simon Davis, but he just gets underneath it a little bit too much.
One of the reasons for our resurgence under Martin Jol this season was the flourishing partnership of Michael Carrick and Michael Brown in the centre of midfield.
With Michael, we've got a bit of understanding there, and he seems to sit and I can get forward and sort of win the ball up a little bit further up the field, and he's always sat behind me, and it just sort of works well, really. I just think with different types of players, but it works sometimes if you have the same type of player alongside you. Maybe you both look to do the same jobs, and you don't really get enough work done. But the way things have gone, we've bounced off each other, so maybe complemented each other in a way, and it's worked quite well.
And that after a difficult first few months of the season, a period when Jacques Santini was in charge of first-team affairs. The Frenchman overlooked the potential partnership of Brown and Carrick for much of his time at White Hart Lane.
It was quite strange, really, under Jack. I was sort of playing on the right or a substitute, the odd game in centre mid. And so Michael was just sort of coming in just a little bit towards the end of it, sort of on the bench. But we found ourselves in a couple of reserve games together playing centre midfield. So it's a change that helped us to get back into the middle of the park. I wanted to be playing from the very start, but that wasn't the case, and I was willing to train and learn and work my way in the team. And when I got my chance, I had to take it. Obviously, things happened that on the management side, and the way it's gone, it's benefited me. So I'm delighted the way it's gone.
If Santini had doubts about the 23-year-old's ability, he could have done worse than seek the advice of Harry Redknapp, who gave Carrick his first professional contract during their time together at West Ham. Within 3 years, the midfielder had won the first of 4 England caps.
Michael Carrick's a terrific player and is again a great lad. I tried to sign him at Portsmouth, got very, very close, to be fair. Then Arsenal came in and showed an interest, and then he didn't. He obviously hesitated, and then once Spurs came in, he was always going to go to Tottenham. It was up the road from where he lived. Tottenham's it was a good move for him, and so I didn't have any hard feelings towards Michael for going to Tottenham. I thought it was a move that I would have made if I'd have been in his position as well.
Despite all their good work in the Tottenham midfield, Carrick and Brown have struggled to make much of an impression in the goal-scoring charts. The latter's strike against Norwich is all they have to show for a combined total of 47 appearances in the league this season.
The manager gives us a bit of stick over it, and we have a little joke between us. Now, it's disappointing that we haven't got goals, and we keep trying to do that, but I think sometimes we see in the games that we're better off sitting with the way we play, and sometimes we can't leave ourselves too open, and we tend to stay next to each other a little bit more than maybe we would like to, but that's the way it's worked out.
Brown's chances of adding to his goal tally were ended by injury in the game against Newcastle, but look out for more goals from the midfield duo next season. So to the Liverpool game that Eric Edmond mentioned earlier. It's always an emotional atmosphere at Anfield, and more so because the Reds had just booked their place in the semi-finals of the Champions League. Commentary from Bill Leslie and Gordon McQueen.
Well, Liverpool are certainly loving it in Europe at the moment, but to be sure of getting back that, these are the sort of games they need to win, particularly the home games that they have between now and the end of the season. Touch short to Robbie Keane by Reed. Warnock's touch sees it spin away as fast as Eric Edmond. Edmond now from distance. Oh, sensational! He will never have hit one quite like that before. Eric Edmond, with his first Premiership goal for Spurs, has silenced Anfield.
Try to take it short. It lands at Edmund. I don't know, we're talking over 35 yards here. We must be. Hits this left-footed. It is an absolutely sensational strike. Best goal I've seen from distance this season.
Unbelievable from Eric Edmund. Luis Garcia's turn! No, what a goal! Luis Garcia with his 11th goal of the season. And that one's right up with all of them.
It's a great touch and turn, looks up, and he bends that wonderfully well with his left foot. This is a lovely turn, looks up, Robinson no chance. One apiece, two quality goals in this game.
Despite the lack of goal-mouth effort, there have been some wonderful touches, and here's Morientes! Stunning save by Robinson to turn it away. And Liverpool so close in stoppage time at the end of this first half.
And that was a terrific header. Robinson matched it with a fabulous save.
Canute. His cross might come for Keane, it does! Spurs are back in front, and Robbie Keane makes his point. He gets his start, and he gets his goal.
Liverpool will be disappointed with the marking in the box here to give Robbie Keane a free header. What about this for a ball? Fantastic ball. And not a bad header either. Excellent Spurs goal.
John Arne back for Gerrard. Gerrard slid into Luis Garcia, the return ball. Gerrard coming forward at pace. And Gerrard has won a penalty kick for Liverpool.
Tries to play the little 1-2 here with Garcia, it does. Carrick mistimes his tackle.
Steven Gerrard with a chance to put Liverpool back on level terms from the penalty spot. In front of the Kop, it's Gerrard, it's wide! Unbelievably, Steven Gerrard has blasted straight into the Kop.
I mean, he absolutely thumps it. And absolutely miles wide.
Alonso, back to the Norwegian. Xabi Alonso again. Inch perfect once more. For Luis Garcia, flicked over the top, looking for Carragher. He's won a corner. Gerrard took a touch. The spinning ball is touched on by Canute. Hopia! He's done it again! Another stunning volley from Sami Hopia. And Liverpool are back on level terms. 2-2 at Anfield.
I mean, this is a great finish. Technically difficult. Right in the bottom corner. Robinson, no chance. What about this for a volley?
So another good spell saw us take 8 points from a possible 12 ahead of the midweek fixture with West Brom. It was the fourth time we'd faced them this season, and as usual, Brian Robson's side proved difficult to beat. Commentary from Ian Crocker and David Provan.
Chapelow's corner, and it comes to Zoltan Guerra. Look at the room he's got. He scores. Zoltan Guerra, and West Brom continue to show their survival instinct.
Delightful first touch, gets his head up, and he shells that into the corner.
It's in towards Mido again, and Robbie Keane! It's an equaliser. Spurs have seriously upped the tempo at the start of the second half, and Keane has struck.
Neil Clement's complaining there that his midfield players should have been coming onto that, but he knocked it into a perfect area for Robbie Keane to take it first time. Wonderful finish nevertheless.
Another case of 2 points lost against West Brom, and we didn't get anything at Highbury either. Jose Antonio Reyes scoring the only goal of the game in the 22nd minute.
Scored my first goal for Tottenham in the 5-1 win over Villa at the start of May.
We still had a chance of qualifying for Europe, and victory by 4 goals would put us in the driving seat. Commentary from Ian Darke and Robbie Earle.
Angel wide to Solano, and there might be something on here for Aston Villa here. Can they take an early lead? They nearly can as well. Stephen Davis breaking through, and Robinson had to his feet. Angel looking to pick up Delaney, who's got forward. Here goes down under the challenge from Edmund in the box. Referee says no penalty.
Well, I think the referee was spot on, because Delaney just overran the ball. Edmund was strong.
Canute, he's through here, 1-on-1, and scores for Spurs. Freddie Canute with the breakthrough in the 6th minute.
The manager's not happy. I think David O'Leary feels that it should have been a penalty. This is it here. Edmund doesn't do an awful lot wrong. There's contact between the two. I'm not convinced he looks to take Ridgewell.
He doesn't play the ball, though, does he?
He doesn't play the ball, but I don't think he looks to play the man. And then from this long kick, you'll see that great chest control here from Canute. He's too strong. Now he's got the time. Has he got the composure? Although Postma gets a hand on the ball, he's very unlucky.
Michael Carrick taking it. This has come out to Reed. Oh, it's hit the post! And in the end by Ledley King. 2-0 Tottenham. What a start for Spurs.
You'll see Reed's on the edge of the box. No one's picking him up. He has plenty of time just to seize up the opportunity. A little unfortunate to see it come back up the post. But King's there, right on the spot, just to knock it home.
Ellie getting forward. Looks around for some options. Canute provides one out here wide on the right. Sean Davis, and another reflex save from Postma.
Right, seems to just hit him again. Davis does well, he comes across the near post.
Oh, and they've not defended that very well as well with Solano. It's Robbie Keane. Can he find a half a yard? Canute makes it 3-0. Tottenham are running riot.
It's a poor header here. I think it's Solano who heads it back into the danger area. Again, Tottenham are more alive, they're more inventive, and when it falls to Canute, he's in the kind of form today, because it's not an easy finish.
Solano. Still not really away. Oh! And block by Dawson was incredible.
It's a penalty.
And it's a penalty.
It is,
he put his hand out, yeah.
It hit him in the hands. And I think the referee's right this time, because I think Dawson knows what he's doing.
Gareth Barry to take it for Aston Villa. Puts them back in business, 3-1. Andy Reid tries his luck, and there's his first Tottenham goal at last. And that ought to settle it. 4-1 Spurs.
He drives forward, Reid, he's looking for a pass. Decide he doesn't need one. Minimum effort, minimum backlift. What a strike. It's been an excellent day for Tottenham,
who are going to move level with Middlesbrough, who are 7th on 51 points after this. Borough, though, unless Spurs score again, will stay 7 because they've scored more goals.
Sets next week's game up.
The goal difference will be identical if the scoreline stays as it is, which it might not. And there's another goal, that's the one. Tottenham Hotspur 5, Aston Villa 1.
Davies flick. Now when Kelly gets there, there's no challenge. Nobody comes to close him down. It's almost after you in there. Kelly decides, well, if no one's going to tackle me, I may as well flick it in.
Second goal of the season for the right back. Another 5-goal bonanza at White Hart Lane.
Unfortunately, our hopes of qualifying for Europe took a blow at the Riverside when George Boateng's first-half strike handed Middlesbrough 3 precious points to put them in pole position going into the final day of the season. So as we walked out for the game against Blackburn, we knew that if Manchester City beat Middlesbrough, we would have to win and better City's result by 2 clear goals to claim the 7th and final UEFA Cup spot. Gary Taphouse and Warren Barton were there.
Mokoena with the header, and a good save. Fabulous save by Cerny. Andy Todd with the strike. Canute flicks on again, gets it back from Keane. Much better from Spurs, and across the goalkeeper. And he got a touch, it's a corner kick.
That's when they're so much better from me, Tottenham, when they do things a lot sharper, a lot quicker. 1 or 2 touches, gets on, hold the ball up, give it to Canute, and he will run at people.
The referee gets involved. Emerton looks for Stead. And John Stead could be in here. Good block by Ledley King. Reed, far post, and Nabet puts it wide.
What a chance that was, a great ball in there by Reed, and Nabet just guides around the back there. I think if he heads it, it's a goal.
Simon Davis looks for Keane. Lovely turn, oh, just wide. What an effort by Robbie Keane.
For me, that's what he's all about. He makes something out of nothing. It's a decent ball into him here. He uses his body well, and he's just trying to guide it into that corner with his left foot and just inches wide.
So we ended missing out on 7th place by just 3 points, but the lads were still given a brilliant reception during the traditional lap of honour. It had been a season of changes that brought tremendous hope for the future, and in Martin Jol, Chris Hughton and sporting director Frank Arneson, we have a management team to take us to a new level next year.
First of all, I want to thank all of our supporters, because everybody told us that they were a bit cynical, but I think, and you see it today again after a draw, we have the best crowd in England. And our supporters want us to do well, so we have only one aim next year: to make them happy.
We can compete with the best teams. If you see our results against Everton, we scored 6 goals, we took 6 points of them, and they play Champions League. But on the other hand, I don't think Everton will lose 4 points against Crystal Palace, for example, or have a draw against Norwich at home. And we are still capable of doing that sort of thing. Having said that, we were in the quarterfinals of the Carling Cup. Still disappointing to lose against not the best Liverpool side through a penalty. Everybody remembers that. And I think if you remember the FA Cup quarterfinals, so you would say we did well. But I thought, when you play better than Newcastle in the second half, we outplayed them almost, then you should win or take them back, and we didn't do that. So there's a few games away from home that I wasn't really having a good feeling. But we can still say that we had a terrific season, because when we were 14th in the league, I still had a worry, and our chairman had a worry, and Frank told me that he had, not a good night rest, and probably he was right. So we had to put that right, and we did put that right, because I think when you play with young lads and with a new team, and you are still in consideration for a European spot in the last couple of weeks of the league, you did well. But as you know, everybody at Spurs, the expectations are always high, and we have to live up to that, and that is my aim. I want to live up to the expectations, and I want to be Spurs big again.
Oh, it's a fine tackle from Ledley King. Jermaine Defoe, can he go all the way? Oh, he can!
Oh,
sensational.
Great effort, wonderful goal.
Oh, what a goal!
Freddie Canute.
Because maybe in the future, when we lose 3 games, they will sing, "We do care." And that is what bothers me. They do care. If you have no hair, they do care. Now they say, we don't care. So if they start singing another song, it will be better probably. But as I said, as I said, it's always nice when they sing your name, you know, it gives me, you know, a very good feeling, because it's not only for me, it's for the team. And the atmosphere is always great, but yeah, I would like them to sing another song, you know, because this is a good song, but can you imagine us having a indifferent spell and they will sing, "We do care, they've got no hair." So that will be a problem. But maybe, you know, they're very creative and they can come up with another song.